Hello, learners. I am Parikshit Saikia, and welcome to this very exciting session on Unacademy CAT-alyst. This session is meant for CAT 2023 and CAT 2024 aspirants, and it's gonna be the first class on Venn diagram. It's a basic class, a foundation class, a lot of amazing tricks, and more importantly, a lot of amazing concepts are gonna be discussed on Venn diagram. So if you don't know Venn diagrams and if you want to learn the basics of Venn diagram in a way that you've never seen before, then let's get started. And then this video is meant definitely for you. Let's get started. Okay, my favorite slide gives me a sense of pride, right? 75 plus of our learners have scored 99 plus percentile in the CAT 2022 exam, and 110 plus learners have scored 98 plus percentile. A list of our toppers are also available on our site. And yes, the biggest CAT festival offer is out here now. January 12th to January 18th, we are giving flat 25% off on our Unacademy subscriptions, right? Both Plus and Iconic. So if you want to learn with Unacademy and be a topper, then hurry up and subscribe. And remember, while subscribing, use the code Parikshit Live, which is there on your screen. Because if you use this code, you get two benefits. Benefit number one, you will get maximum discount. And benefit two, this is the only code which will get you free mentorship from my side. Heard it correct. Only code which will get you free mentorship from my side. What is free mentorship? It's all about helping you beyond your class hours. At any point of time, you need any help, okay, beyond your class hours. Let's say you have a doubt while solving a question at home, or probably you aren't able to solve a mock question, you don't understand a past year question, you want some help in preparing a times table, right? Could be anything. You need a mentor, and you're going to get it for free if you join Plus using the code Parikshit Life. Okay, we have our new batch starting, the Champions batch, which starts on January 18th. And remember, the offer is also till January 18th. So definitely subscribe. Okay, chalo, upcoming Plus course. Hello and good evening to all of you who are there on joining me live on YouTube. There are two new courses which I have just started. One is a complete foundation course on QA, and the first topic that we have started is PNC and probability. Timings every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. And another foundation course is on LRDI. Okay, timing 7:30 to 9 every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So basically, Monday to Saturday, one day quants, another day LRDI, alternate days quants and LRDI. Complete new course just started for CAT 2023. Let's get started with today's topic. Okay, Venn diagram basics. Very important topic. You can expect around 12 to 18 marks from this chapter alone. 12 to 18 marks from this chapter. I love to say chapters as movies, right? From this movie alone, okay? 12 to 18 marks. So let's talk about Venn diagrams. When do you use Venn diagrams? When do you use Venn diagram? We use Venn diagram whenever there is, remember, overlapping of data. That's the first thing you got to remember. We use Venn diagram whenever there is overlapping of data. Okay. As an example, let's say there are some students who play hockey as well as cricket. Some students, okay, let's say I play hockey as well as cricket. Now I am playing two games. So can you see there is some overlapping of data? And moment there is some overlapping of data, we use square, what is basically known as two circles. And these two circles, okay, are nothing but they are in English called as Venn diagram. Okay. And let's try to understand how to read these circles. That's the most important part of this movie, how to read these circles. So let's say first circle represents students who like cricket, and second circle represents students who like, let's say, football, okay. And I will label this parts. I'm going to label this parts. That's most important. So let's say I'm going to label this part as A, this is B, this is C, and this is N. Okay. Now what is A? What is A? First think about what is B. B is this B is this part. Can you see this dotted part is B? This dotted part is B. What is A? A is this shaded part. What is A? A is only and only this shaded part with the slanting lines. That's A. And what is C? C is this horizontal lines. This horizontal lines, that's C for you. That's C for you. Okay. So I hope the regions are clear. Clear. A, B, C. Okay. Now let's understand. If I were to ask you how many students play cricket, if I were to ask you how many students play cricket, so from the diagram, can you tell me how many students play cricket? Which alphabets would it represent? Which alphabets would it represent? It would represent the alphabets A plus B. So be very careful. Cricket is A plus B. So if I ask you set of students who play cricket, it's region A plus region B. Now, if I were to ask you how many students play cricket only, how many students play cricket only? Be very careful. Cricket only one game, which is cricket. In that case, it is represented by the region A. It is represented by the region A. Correct? Similarly, be very careful. If I were to ask you how many students play football, your answer is gonna be B plus C. But if I use one extra word with football, if I use the word one extra word, what is that extra word? Football only. You are gonna tell me it's C. You are gonna tell me it's C. So very simple. Clear? Okay. Now let's proceed further. If I were to ask you how many students, let's go to second category. So category 1 I have written, category 1 I have written. Next, let's go to the second category. If I were to ask you how many students play cricket and football, and be very careful with the words. If I ask you how many students play cricket and football, your answer, remember they need to play two games, and football. So basically your answer is gonna be B. If you don't understand something, you can always type in the YouTube comments. Okay, cricket and football is B. And if I were to ask you, so be concentrate on the word and here, and if I say and, it's gonna be B. But if I were to ask you how many students play cricket or football, or this time instead of and, I am using the word or football. Now, many a time students go wrong here. Many a time students go wrong here. What is the meaning of or? Remember, the meaning of or in LRDI and quants always means or means minimum one. Or always means minimum one. Minimum one. I'm not saying it's one. It is minimum one. So it is cricket or football, meaning minimum one. So it could be only cricket. So only cricket is A, or only football is C, or minimum one. So minimum one would also mean two. Minimum one would also mean two, right? Both the games. So can I say A plus C plus B is cricket or football? Cricket or football, right? Similarly, if I were to ask you how many play neither of the two games, how many of them play neither of the two games? Neither of the two games. Neither of the two games. I think it's very simple. Neither of the two games is N. Is N. Neither of the two games is N. Clear? I think we are really good here. We are good. We should be good, right? Now let's try to make it a bit complicated. If I were to ask you how many students play at most one game, at most one game. Okay. Now before I go to at most one game, let's make it easy. If I were to ask you how many students play exactly one game, exactly one game. How many students play exactly one game? Can you tell me the answer for this? Exactly one game. If you get the answer, type it in the YouTube. Type it in the YouTube comments. Exactly one game is how many students? Exactly one game is cricket only, A, or football only, cricket only or football only. So it is A plus C. A plus C, not B, A plus C. A plus C. Cricket only or football only. Answer is going to be A plus C. Exactly 1 game. Right? Now let's make things a bit interesting. If I were to ask you how many students play at most 1 game, at most 1 game, what would be answer to this? How many students play at most 1 game? At most. Can anyone tell me the answer for this? Which alphabets would represent at most 1 game? Which alphabets would represent at most 1 game? Can you tell me? What is the meaning of at most? That's my first question. What is the meaning of at most? Can I say the meaning of at most simply means maximum. At most means maximum 1 game. Now think about it. Maximum 1 game. So if I say at most 1 game, what you are going to tell me is maximum 1 game. So it would mean 1 game, maximum 1 game. E1, Mansi is saying A plus C. Okay, think about it. At most 1 game. So if I were to say at most 1 game, can I simply say it could mean exactly 1 game? Exactly 1 game, right? At most. Maximum 1. So 1 or a number lower than that. 1 or a number lower than that, right? Maximum 1 means 1 or a number lower than that. That's also possible. So can I say exactly 1 game or exactly 0 games? Don't forget that. Do not forget the 0 game. So that would mean exactly 1 game is A plus C and exactly 0 game is N. Answer is A plus C plus N. A plus C plus N. Are we clear on this? Mansi, do you get your mistake? Are we clear on this? So Mansi is saying A plus C, but you do not forget the N. Otherwise, that'll be wrong. Clear? Let's continue. How many students play at least 1 game? At least 1 game. Can you tell me the answer for this? How many students play at least 1 game? At least 1 game. Kitna students ko ka? At least 1 game. How many students? At least 1 game is how many students? Now think about it. First, rephrase it. What is the meaning of at least? Ask yourself, what is the meaning of at least? Please refresh that. Refresh karo. Mind mein refresh karo. Meaning of at least. Moment you have at least, put it in your own words and then tell me the expression. At least 1 game ka matlab kya hoga? At least 1 game. Can I say at least 1 game simply means, what is the meaning of at least? That's my first question. Meaning of at least means minimum. Will you agree? At least means minimum 1 game. Minimum 1 game. Minimum 1 game. So when I say minimum 1 game, it basically means 1 or a number more than that. It simply means 1 or a number more than that. So 1 game, it would mean 1 game or a number more than that. A number more than that would mean exactly 2 games. Exactly 2 games. Right? So exactly 1 game, you know, is A plus C. Exactly 2 games, you know, is B. B. Answer is A plus C plus B. A plus C plus B. Are we clear on this? That's the basics. If you understand this slide, trust me, you'll be able to solve any 2-set Venn diagram. I haven't gone through a 3-set, but any 2-set Venn diagram, you can easily solve if you understand the basics of this slide. Are we clear on this? Are we clear? Are we clear on this? Clear? Okay. Now with this basics in mind, let's get started with the sums. Okay. Okay. A 2-set Venn diagram. Let's apply this basics. Let's apply this basics. Okay. Chalo. In the interest of time, we are going to do this together. Okay. We are going to do this together. Let's read it first. In a class of 50 students, 30 students play cricket, 29 students play hockey, and 19 students play both the games. The moment you read both the games, that there are 19 students who are playing both the games, you immediately realize there is overlapping of data. Some students are playing cricket and some students are playing hockey. So there is overlapping of data. And moment there is overlapping of data, the best way to solve is via a Venn diagram. Okay, so let's start solving. Let's start solving. Okay, let's start solving. Let's try drawing the diagram. Let's try to draw this diagram. So I'm going to draw two circles because there are two entities, cricket and hockey. Cricket and hockey, and some part is common. So I'm just going to draw the two circles in an overlapping fashion. Okay, fine. So I think this is fine. So how many total students are there? Total is 50. Total is 50. So let's write it down. Total students is 50. Is 50. Fine. Okay. So first circle will represent cricket. First circle will represent cricket, and the next circle is gonna represent. And let's label it A, B, C, and let's call this N. N is neither of them. What is A? A is gonna be, so just make sure that we understand and you and I are on the same page. What is A? A is gonna be this portion. Only this portion is gonna be A, meaning only cricket. Students who play only cricket is A, this portion. What is B? B is this portion. This portion only, meaning cricket and hockey, they are playing two games. What is C? C is this portion only. This portion would mean hockey only. Hockey only. What is N? N is neither of the two games. Neither of the two games. Fine? Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Okay. They are saying out of the total 50 students, 30 students are playing cricket. So can I say A plus B is 30? Cricket is 30. But my intention is not to write equations. I can always write A plus B as 30 and then I can start solving. Don't do that. Don't do that. Remember, your objective is to put down the numbers in the diagram. Your objective is to put down the numbers in the diagram, not to frame equations. That's not the intention. So I'm not going to write an equation. Rather, I'm going to put it in the diagram. 30 students play cricket. So the first circle is 30. Next, 29 students play hockey. So the next circle, B plus C, is 29. B plus C is 20. And 19 students play both the games. 19 students play both the games. So can I say B? B is the portion, right? Representing both games. B is 19. And you are done. Think about it. A plus B is 30. Cricket is 30, right? Cricket is 30, meaning A plus B is 30. So if B is 19, can I say A is 30 minus 19? 11. A is going to be 30 minus 19? 11. Similarly, B plus C is 29. B plus C is 29. So can I say if B plus C is 29, B is 19, C is going to be 10. So C is going to be 29 minus 19, 10. So total how many you got? Total how much you got? 11 plus 19, 30 plus 10, 40. Just add up the numbers. 11 plus 19, 30, 30 plus 10, 40. But total is 50. But can you say total is 50? और अपना अंदर सर्कल का अंदर 40 हुआ है सर्कल का अंदर 40 हुआ है so what is n n is 50 minus 40 50 minus the remaining numbers is a plus b plus c 40 आ रहे हैं so 50 minus 40 is 50 minus 40 is clear and you are gone done and you are done that's it remember objective was not to frame equations but to put down the numbers in the diagram which you have done. With that note, let's get started. First one. How many students play at least one of the two games? At least one. Now think about it. At least one means minimum one game. Minimum one game. So if I say minimum one game, it would mean one game or two games. Minimum one game means what? It means one game or two games. Who is playing one game? One game कौन खेल रहा है? A plus C. And who is playing two games? So answer is A plus C plus B. So 11 plus 10 plus 19 comes out to be 40. And that's your first answer. That's your first answer. That's your first answer. Are we clear on this? Are we clear on this? So first answer is 40. Next, number B. How many students play exactly one game? So exactly one game is cricket only or hockey only. Exactly one game. So cricket only or hockey only is 11 plus 10. 11 plus 10 is 21 and that's your second answer. That's your second answer. 11 plus 10, 21. 21. Clear? Next, number C. How many students play neither of the two games? Now, neither of the two games is n. N is equal to 10, and that's your third answer. N is equal to 10, and that's your third answer. The third answer is 10. Clear? Next, let's continue. Number D. How many students play cricket only? Cricket only is A. A is 11. A is 11. And then the last one is how many students play hockey only? Hockey only. Hockey only is C, and C is gonna be 10. So these are your 5 answers. These are your 5 answers. I think you will agree with me if I say quite easy. I think you'll agree with me if I say it's quite easy, right? Isn't it easy? It's super easy, provided you know how to draw the diagram and provided you are clear about the regions. Yes? Okay. I think we'll go to the next sum. We will go to the next sum. Let's go to the second one. Let's go to the number 2. Let's go to number 2. Okay. Chalo, let's read it together in the interest of time. The second one. Okay. If you have a doubt, you let me know. Let's go to number 2. In a class, 72 students drink only tea. Okay, new caselet. So let's get started. Caselet 2. In a class, 72 students drink only tea. 50% of the students drink coffee. 25% of the students drink both tea and coffee. And 5% of the students drink neither tea nor coffee. Drink neither tea nor coffee. Now think about it. Again, do you see there is overlapping of data? How do you realize this? Can you see some people are there who drink both tea and coffee? Both tea and coffee, meaning overlapping of data. One guy drinking tea, the same guy drinking coffee, means there is overlapping of data. And moment there is overlapping of data, the best way to draw is via a Venn diagram. Is via a Venn diagram. So let's draw a Venn diagram. Let's draw a Venn diagram. Okay. So I will use a Venn diagram for this. So it's a two-set Venn diagram. Tea and coffee. Tea and coffee. So let's draw it. I will draw two circles such that a portion of both the circles overlap. A portion of both the circles overlap. Okay. So what do you have? Total is you have coffee, you have tea, and you have coffee. You have tea and you have coffee. So let's take this as tea. Let's take it as coffee. And let's say A, B, C, N. What is A? Just to ensure we are on the same page. What is A? A is this portion. This portion meaning T only. A is this portion. This portion means T only. What is C? C is this portion. This portion means coffee only. Coffee only. What is B? B is this portion. This portion means tea and coffee both. Tea and coffee both. And N? N means neither of the two. N means neither of the two. Okay. Now yahan pe, so let's take down the numbers. Let's take down the numbers. What do we have? What do we have? Let's take down the numbers. 72 स्टूडेंट्स. सो स्टार्टिंग में एक नंबर तुम्हारा दिया हुआ है 72 है. एक नंबर तुम्हारा दिया हुआ है 72 है. फाइन. And then 50%, 25%, and again 5%. So can I say 3 of the numbers that they have given you are in percentages? 3 of the numbers they have given you are in percentages. Only one number is an absolute number. So I think I can take percentages only because majority of the numbers are in percentage. So let's draw it. Let's draw it. Let's say total is gonna be 100%. 100% में से 72 students, so it's a percentage, so I'm not going to take this number now. 50% drink coffee. So coffee is 50%. So it simply means B plus C is 50%. B plus C is 50%. 25% of the students drink both tea and coffee. 25%. So can I say B got to be 25%? B got to be 25%. Now think about it. B plus C is 50. B plus C is 50. And if B is 25, if B is 25, obviously C is gonna be 50 minus 25, 25%. B plus A is 50%, right? So if B is 25, C is also going to be 25%. And then they say 5% of the students drink neither tea nor coffee. So N is 5%. N is going to be 5%. So can you add up total how many percentages you have got? N is 5, B is 25, C is 25. So 25 plus 25, 50 plus 5, 55, 55. But total is 100%. Total is 100%. So 100 minus 55. So A is going to be 45%. A is going to be 45%. How did I get it? 100 minus the remaining numbers. Remaining numbers are B, C and N. So B, C, N adds up to 55. So 100 minus 55, A is going to be 45%. So what you have got is, you have got all the percentages. I think the percentages can be easily converted to absolute numbers, right? Percentages can be easily converted to absolute numbers. So start karte hain. How much is, how can you convert? They are saying 72 students drink only tea. So only tea, which is A, only tea, which is A, is 72. Is 70. So if you want to do the calculations, it simply means 45% of your total is gonna be equal to 70. 45% of your total is equal to 72. So can you calculate the total number of students? 45 by 100 into the total is gonna be equal to 70. So let's do the simplifications. 9 5s are 9 8s are 5 1s are 5 20s are. So can I say total is, cross multiply 20 into 8, 160. Total is 160. Super awesome. And you got it. You got it. Meaning 100% corresponds to 160 students. 160. So you can fill up the remaining numbers now. How much is 25% of 160? 25% of 160 is 25 by 100 is 1/4. So 1/4 of 160 is 40. So C is gonna be 40. If C is 40, B is also gonna be 40. So 25%, right? And how much is 5% of 160? 5% of 160 is gonna be 8. 5% of 160 is gonna be 8. So you have all the numbers that you have all the numbers that you need. Correct? Correct? Chalo, let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Okay. Chalo, first one. First one. Number two. Number two. Okay. What is the total strength of the class? We already got it. Total strength of the class is 160. We already derived that. Option E. Next, number three. Number three. How many students drink only tea or only coffee? Only tea or only coffee? Think about it. Only tea is A or only coffee is C. Only tea is A and only coffee is C. So A plus C. A is 72 and only coffee is C. C is 40. So 72 plus 40 is 112 and that's your second answer. Option correct. Number four. How many of the students drink neither tea nor coffee? We already got that. 5% and 5% is 8. 5% is 8. You already got that. Option C. And number 5. How many of the students drink only coffee? Only coffee is C and C is gonna be 40. C is gonna be 40. That's the answer. Are we clear on this? Are we clear on this? Any doubt in this? Are we clear? Clear? I'm looking at my YouTube comments. Any doubt in this? Followed? Awesome. Okay, just a quick reminder. We are having the biggest ever festival offer on Unacademy. January 12th to January 18th, you get flat 25% off all 12 months and above, plus an iconic subscriptions. Ends on January 18th, Wednesday. The most popular subscription is a 12 months plus subscription. Is a 12 months plus subscription, which after 25% discount will come out to be 20,700. You might want to go for this. Okay. And remember, if you want to go for this plus subscription, remember to use the code which you see on your screen. Why? You get two benefits with this code. Benefit number one, this is the code that will get you the maximum discount. Okay, maximum discount Parikshit Life is the code with maximum discount. Benefit 2. This is the only code which will get you free mentorship from my side. What is free mentorship? It's all about helping you beyond your class hours. At any point of time when you prepare for the CAT while practicing at home, if you come across a doubt, okay, any doubt, could be from any book, any PDF, any mock paper, any past year paper, you can connect with me one on one over a call to get your query resolved. But that free mentorship is only available for those students who join Plus using the code Parikshit Live, which you see on your screen. Some students have this doubt. So this price is only for LRDI or is it for everything? This is an all-inclusive price. It covers all subjects, all subjects. This price that you say is all subjects, okay? VRC, QA and LRDI, all subjects. And so if I use this code, will I be able to use all access all educators? Absolutely. So this price that you see, and if you join using the code Parikshit Live, you will get access to all the subjects, VRC, QA and LRDI, and you'll also get access to all educators on Unacademy. That's it for today. That's it for today. I'm going to take another class tomorrow night, Tuesday night, January 17th. Tuesday night, January 17th at 10 p.m. It's going to be LRDI Venn diagram part 2. So for part 2 of this class, January 17th, Tuesday, 10 p.m. Till then, stay safe and happy learning.